efforts to help this Everett club out first half.
He certainly has. Everett has controlled the clock. The time of possession certainly has been in Everett's favor. Xaverian actually very lucky to be trailing 7-6. They had a tremendous punt return as we get a look at John DiBiaso and his coaching staff and the players in the huddle over on that sideline. But Xaverian got a huge break with a great punt return by Knight of about 35 yards, tack on 15 yards for a personal foul, and they wound up with a 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. And when you got two Division I college prospects in your backfield, you can't have too many first downs from the 21-yard line. You're not going to kick it in.
That's right.
And but a big defensive play on the point after, and Everett holding on to that 7-6 lead with 20 seconds left. Dragoni with the carry. He gets a couple and a quick timeout by Everett, I believe.
Well, maybe what John's trying to do here, maybe, just maybe, trying to run that clock down, maybe trying to get one last play in the first half and make it like a Hail Mary situation as we see right there. Who's that? Dragoni, number 45, going up in there with 15 seconds. Maybe John DiBiaso's trying to get one more play, and if it's an interference call down there, the half can't end on a defensive penalty. Maybe that's what John's thinking is, because I'm telling you right now, Xaverian is playing like a team that's trying to catch up, that's trying to stay with Everett, John.
Exactly.
They're not playing like a team that's in control, because they're not.
We also have to mention, too, Pip, that Camella and Knight, who are their big point producers, along with Quigg, they all play defense as well as offense.
Right.
So they're out in the field an awful long time playing defense, where they're hitting people. And this could be a little wearing down point. I don't think they've had to do that all year, but you know, that's something to look forward to as the game gets later on. With if Everett keeps having these long situations on offense, and Xaverian has to make those plays on defense with Quigg and Camella and Knight having to make tackles. Nazzaro's going to throw the football. Lets it fly down the sideline. It's caught. Let's see if they give it to him.
Oh, boy.
It looked like he got knocked out of bounds.
Got to see that one again, John. I got to see that one again. This is high school football, guys. Someone's hurt over there. Cabral's hurt, by the way. I don't like that.
Dragoni went up and got the catch, and it looked like he got knocked out of bounds.
I got to look at this, John, because
he surely didn't come down in bounds.
Yeah, but when you're up in the air,
and there's the hit.
Oh boy!
And they knocked him out of bounds.
Oh boy! Oh boy! I don't like that.
That's a true. Here's another angle.
Yeah. Watch this.
There's a great catch, and you know he didn't come down in bounds because he got knocked out of bounds.
Very bad call. Very bad call. And you know, and when a call like that hurts a club, and I'm concerned about Cabral. I saw him go off the field holding either his shoulder or something. But when a call like that hurts a ball club, you know, you can't be too happy about it.
Well, that's a big play too, because if they're that close, you still got Membrano who could do something.
Sure.
Dragoni, good hard running. They stop the clock. I don't think that's going to do it though. They gets to the 45-yard line, they're going to put it, and I think that's going to be the half.
I'm not sure. They're spotting the ball.
Let's see. The official time is down in the field, so. They might get one more play.
I'm not sure what they're doing. No, that's it. That's it. That's it.
So Dragoni got to the 46, and that's going to be it.
Well, we're going to see this. We're going to see this again, John. First of all, in high school football, you only have to get 1 foot. 1 foot, high school and college, not 2 feet in. When you're up in the air, right there, you're vulnerable. When you're up in the air, and you're pushed out with contact. Now, if that isn't contact, you tell me what is.
That might be a face mask, too,
wow.
If you take a good look at it.
I'm not happy with that call, let me tell you.
Everett went 73 yards in 9 plays in their opening possession. Nicky Nazzaro banging it in. He got him down close with a 40-yard run. He alternated with Diamond Ferry carrying the football. They were up 7-0, and then that big break, the great punt return by the BC running back to be, who is Derek Knight for Xaverian, got it down to the 35, the 36 actually, and then a 15-yard penalty from there pushed it down to the 21, and from there it took them 4 plays to go in, but a big defensive play by Everett, Cabral and Heavey and Ferry and company knocking down the would-be 2-point conversion, and after a kick was blocked, it was 7-6. They went for 2 on the penalty. It was offside, and that big defensive stand leaves Everett with a 1-point lead at halftime with 22 minutes of football left, and it will be Xaverian getting the football when the second half starts.
All right, 4. Postpone more lead, Hi. Stand.
Host a YFU student and join thousands of American families as part of Youth for Understanding International Exchange.
If I were to talk to somebody and explain to them what a YFU exchange student was, I would tell them that it was probably one of the better experiences that they could have.
Having an exchange student in my house is just more people to love and take care of.
My host parents take care of me like their own son, so I'm very appreciative and I'm very happy.
When we take Hero back to the airport to go back to Japan, it's going to be a real sad day. We're going to feel like one of our own children is missing as he became such a large part of our family now.
Embrace the world. Become a YFU host family or volunteer. Call 1-800-ARE-YOU-READY?
Around here, the ground is hard. Around here, the goal is farther away. But dreams are still dreamt. Around here, the hurdles are higher. And the weight is heavy, but there is potential. That's why Special Olympics is here. Helping people with mental retardation become athletes. Helping athletes become respected, accepted. Because no matter where we live, we all need a place where we belong. There's a place for you in Special Olympics too. As an athlete, a coach, a volunteer. Special Olympics is training for life. And that means a lot around here.
More than 140,000 Americans have joined Peace Corps. Returning home, their experiences last a lifetime. Meet Sandra Hood, a substance abuse counselor, and Jean Lee, a community services director.
Overall, my Peace Corps experience has enriched my life in ways that are very hard to define.
Peace Corps service prepares me for what I'm doing now because it taught me how to think quickly on my feet.
Peace Corps volunteers, changing America and changing the world. See how you can make a difference.
Welcome back, as we're just about set to start the second half. John Hoffman with Pip Emanuel, and while I have a moment just in case we did it to start the ball game, and just in case you people weren't tuned in right away, we want to wish a good well and get better to Mike DiNapoli, who was missing his first game, and I think it's somewhere around 25 years. The DiNapolis came over on the Pilgrim with Miles Standish.
I'm not going to say a word, John.
And they've been going to Everett football games ever since. And Mike, one of the staunchest, is under the weather. And we certainly hope, it's a shame he had to miss the football game. I know he's dying at home, he's probably making a cell phone call trying to find out what the score is. But we certainly hope he's going to be okay. And with 22 minutes of football left, Everett holding on to a 1-point lead over Xaverian. And it will be Xaverian, we assume, getting the football. They won the toss to start the game. They deferred to the second half. I don't think they're going to give Everett the ball anyway. But we've got Sean Cabral. We see Cabral on the sidelines, so he's up and around. So that's a nice note for the Everett defense and the offensive line as well. Here's some highlights from the first half.
I think this is going to be Ferry's run right here, John. Yeah, this is Diamond Ferry's run, getting up in there.
This is the one that gets him
watch
close.
The leg drive. There you go. Look, boom. He gets hit once. He gets hit twice. He keeps going, gets his balance on one leg.
He almost broke loose there.
Tremendous.
Got it down close for Nicky Nazzaro's quarterback sneak. And
that, I think, is Ferry again.
This Ferry again. This gets it down to about the 1-inch line. Watch the second effort again. Backing in, they're carrying him. He's not going down. It took about 5 blue shirts to get him down finally, just shy of the goal line. And then we had Nicky Nazaro going into Tommy Holmes's jury box. Gotta get that in. Gotta get those little tidbits in.
That was coming.
We're gonna give all this information to our listeners at home so they know what's what.
And you know what, John? I got some information. I got it from a good friend of mine whose son plays for this football team. We had talked all year round about having a nice program and the good feeder program coming up through the Pop Warner programs. And over in Everett, every single lineman, both on the offensive side of the ball, the defensive side of the ball, with the exception of O'Brien, came through the Pop Warner program. Why didn't David O'Brien come through the Pop Warner program? Because he was a little bit over the weight.
They have that weight.
So that shows you that in Everett, they're producing real good football players coming up through the system, and I'm not going to tell you who told me that, John, but I bet you know him.
Well, I could take a wild stab.
He has a white T-shirt on, John. All right.
Yeah, he had Jagello on the back of it, I bet. It'll be Everett kicking off. Carlos Membrano will get his foot into it. Knight will be one of the... little ground ball bounces around inside the 20-yard line. And bouncing it outside and running out of bounds at about the 35.
You know, I'm not sure who that was.
I don't think that was Carlos Membrano kicking off.
Was that Rassi? Oh, we got to look in our program on that one, John. Ritigliano?
Andre Ritigliano? I don't...
Yeah, number 30. There he is right there.
Yeah, that's a new weapon.
A freshman?
That's a new weapon. At the 36-yard line. Xaverian will have it 1st and 10 to start the second half. They go into that double wing with 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. They give off to the fullback, Camella, and he doesn't get much.
Late flag.
Might have got back to the line of scrimmage.
Late flag. Oh, boy. Face mask, maybe throwing that late in there.
Yep, that's what it is.
Oh, boy.
That's a shame. They had him for no gain.
Oh, boy. You know, John, you watch it here. See if we can see the face mask.
Yeah, that's a shame. It's a 5-yarder out to the 41, but still, it would have been...
Incidental.
But it would have been 2nd and 10 instead of 1st and 5.
Delgado, Bogonzi in there.
Looking at the stats, Everett had 188 yards rushing and 9 first downs. Xaverian had 23 yards rushing and 1 first down. The 1 first down set up the touchdown run by Derek Knight. And now motion. Quigg is going to throw the football. Lobs it out. He's got a man. He overthrows him. He had Knight wide open.
Let me tell you, the blown coverage there. They got to talk about that one. That's definitely positively blown coverage. And whether that was a linebacker coverage, it looked to me they had 2 people come in the same area. I'll see what kind of, I'm not sure. I can't see the pattern, so I don't know what happened. Whoever that outside linebacker, that looks to me like a linebacker area, linebacker territory coverage.
2nd and 5 from the 41-yard line. Same double wing setup with 2 wide receivers right and left. Sheen and Hasselbeck, the receivers. Quigg is the quarterback. Quigg with the keep. Turns it up and gets loose. It's a foot race now, and they're not going to catch him. He's going to go for a touchdown. He made a nice move and cut it back to the other side.
He did.
And he goes 59 yards for the touchdown.
And if you remember correctly, in the first period of play, John, Quigg was the one that got him out of trouble, got Xaverian out of trouble. Right here you'll see, again, Quigg has kept that quarterback option. A couple of people had a stab at him here. Watch Quigg. He's quick of foot. He'll go down the line of scrimmage at your first option. He turns it up inside.
And a couple overrun. There's a nice block right there.
No, he cut back. That was a good job. I mean, that wasn't a lot of missed tackles. I think that was more a good job by Quigg going back against the grain.
So 59 yards, excuse me, for the touchdown. And Xaverian will go for 2. Quigg looking to throw.
2.
It's tonight. The conversion is good, and it makes it 14-7.
And that was a big conversion that time. Well, you know, again, John, means nothing. It just simply means that Everett hasn't had the football yet in the second half. You see Coach John DiBiaso going to talk to his troops. They're getting the football here. That one long run by Quigg, Wally Quigg, the senior, it was a good run. I can't say much more than that, John.
He's been doing that all year, and when you have people like Knight and Camella in the backfield and you concentrate on them, it makes it a little bit easier for him. Not that was an easy run by any stretch of the imagination, but it's if you take something away, you got to give something back. You take away their 2 running backs, then you can't take everything away.
And the information I got also is that Cabral did hurt his shoulder at the end of the first half of play. He will be playing the second half, but he's playing injured, John. He did hurt his shoulder.
It would take a rifle shot to get him out of this game.
Yeah, him or anybody else in that club.
Yeah, well, especially Sean. So they'll kick off to either Ferry or Coppenrath, who are deep. It'll be Kevin Tully doing the kicking off chores for Xaverian as we see the 2 deep men for Everett.
Short kick, real short.
Back at the 25-yard line. Across the 30 to about the 31 as they maybe purposely don't go deep, trying to... Sheehan brought it back.
Yep. Took a hit in there. Not bad field position. You're out over the 30. 31-yard line. You see number 3, Sheehan, limping a little bit as he goes off.
So Everett finds himself trailing for the first time in the football game with 9:55 left to play here in the 3rd period. Their first possession of the second half. Everett playing in their 3rd consecutive Super Bowl. Xaverian 4 out of the last 5 years has been here. Nazaro with the keep and gets dragged down.
And they're looking for it, John. And they're definitely looking for it, and they've probably made adjustments in the locker room. For the coaches up top, they've probably made an adjustment, but that's okay.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 as Nazaro got back to the line of scrimmage. Nicky had 72 yards in the first half, 40 of them on that run to help set that tone for the first touchdown drive. Diamond Ferry had 86 yards. Victor Dragoni had 3 carries for 26 yards, so he moved the ball very well. Ruiz goes in motion to give to Diamond Ferry. He gets arm grabbed and gets pushed back after he picks up maybe a couple.
And I got to say, right now, you see Diamond Ferry go back over the right side. There's absolutely no reason for any panic for this Everett football team to lose any confidence or anything like that. There's plenty of football left, and this is still a dogfight here, John. This is still a dogfight, and they're every bit as much a football team as the Xaverian club, if not more, as far as I'm concerned.
From the 32-yard line, it'll be 3rd and 9. Everett, Nicky Nazaro was over the sidelines getting the play. He brings it back to the huddle as they break and send Coppenrath to the far side. They stay in that double wing setup. And Ferry got the carry straight ahead.
And I think they're going to have to punt the ball out of here now, John. You see the punting team coming on. You watch Diamond Ferry up in there. I call it, that's almost like a zero dive. That was almost right up to the left of the center. Could have been a 1 dive. Looked to me like just straight ahead zero dive.
So now this has been one of the tough plays for Everett. This punt returned by Xaverian set up their first touchdown.
Oh, boy.
The snap is a little bit high. The kick is away.
And almost an offside, too.
And it's going to bounce out of bounds in the area of the 30-yard line. Right at the 30-yard line is where they're going to put it down.
Well, close to being offside, but again, you mentioned that when we came back for the second half of play, Everett's special teams play has got to shore up a little bit in the second half, and it was, of course, the long run by Quigg, the senior quarterback from Xaverian, that put Xaverian ahead. But again, not bad field position there, and not bad a turnover of a field position from Everett to Xaverian.
From the 30-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10. They keep everybody in tight now. Quigg dropping straight back, looking to throw. Over the middle, he's got a man wide open. He lost the football.
Guess what?
And Everett's got it. It was complete to Peter Sheen. He just lost the football.
Well,
and maybe we can get another look and see who came up with the loose football.
Was it Ferry? I'm not sure. I think it was
Diamond Ferry.
Yeah, I think it was. Well, you know, you watch it right here. Nice pop that time. You see Ferry didn't see the ball at first and he fell on it.
Hey, there was a couple of people overran it, didn't know it was there.
Right.
1st and 10, a break for Everett. They got it at the 39-yard line. Dragoni almost lost it. He had to reach back and pull it back.
And if he had it cut up inside, he had some room up inside. See Coach John DiBiaso on the sideline talking to Nicky Nazao. You watch Dragoni.
The ball kind of rolled up his arm a little bit.
You got to take care of that ball.
Right there.
You got to take care of that football, son.
They were very lucky that Xaverian didn't make the hit as he was bobbling the football. Nazaro with the keeper. Gets near the 35-yard line.
And John, even if Everett doesn't get a first down now, what that turnover did for Everett this time is it give them a lot better field position. They've been playing this whole second half. You see number 1, Nicky Nazaro, right there. In almost the whole thing, either the Xaverian had the ball and they went down and scored in bad field position. This is a carryover again from that second quarter. Not good field position. You see Nicky right there.
Copping around to the near side. It'll be 3rd and about 6. Nazaro gets overrun by blue shirts back at about the 37.
But like I said, that's all right. Now in a change of possession, now it's going to be a lot different than giving Xaverian the ball at the 30 or the 40 or the 50.
Do you punt if you're Everett? They're thinking about it. They're going to leave Nazaro in the ballgame. I think they're going to go for it.
Two schools of thought here, John. One is you can pooch kick and you can try to get him down inside the 10. That's a little bit tough for a high school kid to do. And number 2, you can simply go for it because you're not going to get that much of a, if the ball goes in the end zone, you're not going to gain that much.
Motion. Nazaro keeps rolling. Thought about throwing it, keeps it, and he almost got the first down. He's going to be about a yard shy.
Yeah,
he took a good hit. He cut it up inside, and he just missed. Xaverian was very lucky they picked him up in time. He misses it by about a half a yard. That's a tough play.
And again, he's going to his left, John. There's also a tough play to pass going to your left when you're a right-handed passer. You look at the sprint, the play-action sprint out to the left. He's looking downfield. He had nobody. I thought he might have had Delgado down there, number 7. But Nicky, a good job getting upfield, but also a good tackle, a good hit. You got to give it to the Xaverian kid. Good hit.
He was half a yard away from the 30-yard line. Xaverian had it at the 30 last time. And they turned it over with an interception, or fumble, excuse me. Knight goes in motion. Quigg with the keep. It pitches tonight. They lost the football, but it went out of bounds. They got a big break.
Sure did. Sure did. And again, as far as I'm concerned, when you pitch that option, when you pitch going downfield from that option, you've got to pitch from inside. When I say inside, from close to your body. You can't hold that ball out there and flip the pitch. See how he flipped it out there, John? You don't have any control of the pitch that way. When you come down the line of scrimmage, you hold the ball close to your body, and then you push the ball out nice and easy. It's almost like a basketball pass, John. Almost like a chest pass. You push it out nice and easy. You don't flip it.
Everybody in tight for the Hawks. As he picked up a couple, they were lucky to get the football back. Straight ahead, getting good yardage is Camella for a first down. He just stepped his way across the 40.
One of the few times we've seen Camella with the football this evening. We watch him in here. He's a 218-pound senior, Camella is.
Yeah, he's going to Syracuse.
Yep. He's a big kid. Big kid for a high school kid, 218 pounds. You see Joe Hill, number 33.
From the 43, it'll be 1st and 10 as Knight goes in motion. Quigg, flag on the play. Quigg is in trouble. Now he breaks in, gets up. There's a flag on the play, too. That could be motion and holding against Xaverian.
Yeah, that flag, I think it was definitely a motion call, a procedure call, but that flag coming in late had to have been a holding call in the backfield.
It was from the back judge, so it's got to be holding in the backfield.
Had to.
Everett had good coverage, and he couldn't throw the ball.
Yeah, procedure.
On that pass over here.
Hold.
Yeah, and he'll take the hold. It's going to be a little more than a 10-yard penalty because the flag is at the 40-yard line.
Well, maybe they can ask him if they give them both. Give us a break here.
Well, it's going to wind up to be almost a 13-yard penalty, excuse me, because it's the 43 was the line of scrimmage. The penalty's going to come from the 40-yard line where they dropped the flag.
From the point of the infraction. Yep.
So it's going to move it back to the 30-yard line. So it's 1st and 23.
And Xaverian's thrown the football a little bit more this second half than I thought they would, John.
Yeah, or at least tried to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is where they started their first possession. This possession started at 30. They picked up a first down, but now they have it. They need 23 yards for a first down from their 30.
Got him on the run, keep him there.
Camella.
Good job.
They stack him up as he gets to about the 32. A lot of white shirts around that football.
Did I see Heavey, number 65 in there? Was that Heavey?
Well, we saw Ferry, and we saw Jagello.
Was Dunkman in there? Maybe it was number 15. I saw a 5 in there. Maybe it was Jagello. Maybe it was Jeff Jagello in there. No, 65. I was right the first time out. Adam Heavey. Got to him. Bagonzi's there.
So 2nd down and 21 as they send both wide receivers, Sheen and Hasselbeck, to the near side. Split the backfield behind Quigg. 4 minutes left to play. They go pitch to the weak side, and Knight gets hit as he gets to the 35, maybe the 36.
And I think that was a Diamond Ferry that came up there from his safety position. And what they've been doing is they've been flip-flopping Diamond Ferry to strong side. And Ferry has also had a good defensive game, John. You see Diamond over here on the right side of your screen, which is a strong side, and he comes up, he sees pitch, he comes up. Actually, Ferry's the second person there. Who's that number 15 guy, John?
That's Mr. Jagello.
Absolutely. There's Diamond Ferry, too.
3rd and about 16. Should be a passing down. Let's see what Quigg does. The quick out to Sheen. And they're not going to let him go far. Carlos Ruiz with the nice play. They get to the 40-yard line.
Let me look down in my vast list. Let's see, was it a hitch? Was it a slant? Was it a chair? Actually, it was a wide receiver screen, John.
Here's the nice play. Ruiz just gets him around the ankles. So 4th down, they'll kick it back to Everett.
This is Carlos Ruiz, number 20. Another junior, 5'11", 175.
Koppenrath goes back deep, awaiting the punt.
Got the return, and looks the middle return.
And it's going to take a good Xaverian bounce. They kicked it away from Koppenrath. It goes out of bounds, and Everett looked like they might have pretty good field position, but they're down at their 13-yard line, and they got to dig themselves out of a hole again.
That was, I think Mike Coppenrath might be thinking twice about that. You got to get after that. First of all, you try your hardest, your darndest, not to let the punt hit the ground. If the punt does hit the ground, you got to make a decision. You got to get after it real quick, because when you let it get that bounce going for you, that's what can happen. And now they're at the 13-yard line.
Coppenrath comes to the near side as we get a look at Nazaro, the quarterback. From the 13, Ruiz goes in motion. They give it straight ahead. He turns the corner and gets good yardage out to the 30, maybe even the 31.
Good job, Diamond Ferry. When a defense allows Diamond Ferry to do just this, now watch it. Here's the option. With Diamond Ferry, actually, was it just an off tackle? It was a slant play off tackle. I'm sorry. And Diamond Ferry was able to get in the defensive backfield, the secondary.
That puts Diamond over 100 yards. And gives Everett a first down at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 from their own 30. Off the right side, Dragoni picks up about 5.
Runs awful hard.
Maybe 6.
Victor Dragoni, he's only 5'8", but I'll tell you, he's 175 pounds, built well. He runs awful hard. He runs at people. I mentioned that to you before. Here comes Victor Dragoni. Now, in the off tackle, almost like a little lead play up in there, he jumps over one person, keeps those legs going.
He picked up 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4 from the 36-yard line.
Here's Victor.
With time running down here in the 3rd period, Xaverian has scored in the period to take a 14-7 lead, tacking on the 2-point conversion. It's 14-7 Xaverian. Ferry hesitates and drives shy of the first down by about a yard. He gets up to about the 39.
You're exactly right, John. He was up in there. It was a little bit of a delay. You see Diamond Ferry that time. He was looking up inside to see where he could make his cut. And there was a little bit of a delay, and then he cut it off inside.
We're down actually about a foot.
And Everett's doing a nice job here. They're controlling the football. They're very much in this football game. I do exactly what they're doing right now. Keep bringing it to them. There you go. There you go.
Ferry almost broke it again. He got the first down. He was a step away. They just got a hold of his ankle. Out to about the 48-yard line.
And I'm that's, and I see it right there. And that's, I'm gonna make you stop me before I do anything else. And that's, I think, what John DiBiaso is saying about Diamond Ferry. When you show me that you can stop me, then I'll do something else with the ball. But he's not gonna get tired. He's a youngster.
Boy, I guess.
He's not gonna get tired.
He thrives on this. Dragoni gets around the corner.
Nice block on the corner.
And he picks up about flag on the play. That's going to be against Xaverian, carrying him out of bounds.
That helps, and I think that nice block was thrown by, I'm not sure on that outside. Let me see if there's Victor number 45. Let me see where that nice block was thrown on the outside. Was it Heavey? No, I couldn't see it. Maybe it was Maria, number 75.
Personal foul against Xaverian, and that's a little give back.
Yeah.
Everett gave him one to set up their first touchdown.
That helps, John. That helps right there. That helps the drive. There's only 44 seconds left in the 3rd period. That certainly helps the drive. We talked again about not letting the penalties that were on Everett affect them, and now this penalty on Xaverian really affected them. That hurt them.
1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Ferry off the right side. Stays on his feet, keeps going, and gets inside the 10-yard line.
Let me tell you, he's a kid on a mission.
He couldn't play for this team.
He's a kid on a mission, John. I'll tell you right now. And I bet you, and watch Diamond Ferry right here. Boy, watch Diamond Ferry right up off that tackle. That right tackle hit again, keeps the legs driving, and I guarantee you, the coaching staff got back to him. Was a comment that was made by somebody, I'm not going to say who, that said he couldn't even play for the Xaverian.
Well, I told you he can't.
Guess what?
Because Everett wouldn't let him go.
Yeah, guess what?
That's the only reason. First and goal from the 10-yard line. They give it to him again. And he drives and keeps going, and credit that offensive line again.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. And we can't say enough of it. And Diamond Ferry is a good back, and he really brings it to people. You see it right here. See him get off the line. See him get off the line. That's firing out, and that's fire out blocking right there. When you can get upfield as an offensive lineman, it's the end of the third period of play. I like what I see, John.
Well, Everett on the move. They started this drive at their own 13-yard line, and Ferry has said, get on my back. I'm going to take it downfield. We're going to score. They're at the 5-yard line with a second and goal. They trailed by 7 at the end of 3 periods, and Diamond Ferry has 145 yards rushing through 3 periods, and he certainly doesn't look tired to me, Pip.
Well, you know, when you're a kid like that, someone mentioned, we're going to take a break, John, and then after that we'll come back and do some talking.
11 minutes of football left, 14-7 Xaverian, but Everett is knocking on the door.
This year, more than 2 million high school students will receive something very important. The opportunity to become a United States Marine. Don't throw your education away. For more information, call now.
In 1922, the Shriners were opening their first hospital for children. There are now 22 Shriners hospitals, but their most important feature stays the same, providing expert orthopedic and burn medical care for children free of charge. Do you know a child the Shriners could help? Call 1-800-237-5055.
"11 minutes of football left. The Everett fans are up on their feet as they have it second and goal from the 5-yard line, looking to get what could be a tying or a touchdown, a conversion, or a 2-point conversion could give them a lead. But 11 minutes of football left, and Diamond Ferry on this drive has just said, give me the ball and get out of the way.
Well, Diamond Ferry and his friends.
Oh, that front line. No question about that. They give it to Ferry again. Driving, he's in for the touchdown.
Oh. What a series of downs, I'll tell you, this was for this Everett Crimson Tide football team. A great series. They came back, and they came back from adversity. Now the question is, John, here we have 14-13. We just talked about it in the booth here. Does Coach John DiBiase go for 1?
I say 1.
Or does he go for the 2?
I say 1 with 10:56 left, but I'm outvoted because Nazaro.
I would not fault him for going for the 2, not one bit.
No, I wouldn't fault him. I just said there's 10:56 left. There's a lot of football left.
Because you know why?
They're leaving Nazaro in the game, so I think it's a moot point. They're going to go for 2.
And you know why? Because he shows these kids that he has a confidence in
absolutely.
These kids. They can get the 2, and he wants to win this football game. Nice call.
If you was Xaverian, would you put 11 guys on Ferry right now?
Nice call. Watch out for Nazaro, however.
Nazaro with the keep. He's not going to get in. He looked like for a minute he had some room, but they stopped him.
That's all right. That's okay. Now there's 11 minutes left of football to play, John. They got plenty of time to come back and score. Plenty of time to come back and score. You see Nicky Nazaro, number 1.
That's a great drive. 87 yards in 8 plays. And with 10:56 left,
watch it here.
Everett has creeped back within a point.
You see, they were all over that option. That's okay.
Yeah, it initially looked like he had some room.